Hi everybody, hope you're all well. I'm here today to hopefully inspire you to do some dress sewing. I've picked a lot of patterns that are really well suited to viscose rayon fabric, so stay tuned if you want to hear more. I better let you know what I'm wearing today. I've just completed my I Am Lion top. Last week I made the I Am Zebra top and I absolutely love these patterns. They're almost like a dressier sweater and I just love the sleeve detail on both and also the button detail. So I'll give you a little bit more of a look. The I Am Lion, of course, it's got the more of a puff sleeve. They've got a really nice wide cuff and the button detail on the shoulder. Really easy to whip up and yeah, just that little bit more special than an average sweatshirt. It's got the comfort of a sweatshirt, but enough to be dressed up to be going out somewhere to pop up with a pair of jeans or pants and feel really well put together. I've made this in a beautiful Euro jersey fabric that I had ordered from Wattle Hill Fabrics, one of my favourite fabric stores here in Australia, especially for jerseys and anything to do with sweatshirts, and the beautiful brushed fleece fabric. So that little bit more cozy here for Australia at the moment, which we're in winter, and a lot of Australia, of course, never really has that winter season. There, if you're going up north, you will find that tropical season all year round. So you could even make one of these in a lightweight jersey or even a short sleeve would be fantastic. For anyone going through the warmer weather, it would be brilliant. Give you a bit of an up close this fabric. I just love the fabric. Didn't quite get enough to do the whole thing, so I decided to do a bit of contrasting colour. Picked up the green in the neckband and hem and sleeve. So I'll show you up close and I will give you a bit of a look at some photos as well. And I just picked up the little bit of burgundy with the button detail. I absolutely love button detail. They're faux buttons. There's no buttonholes to make. So, and you really can you can omit that altogether if you don't want to do any buttons and you just want the plain neckline. That's really easy to hack. Now I'm amongst the camellias. I know I put on my last vlog that the dahlias are all finished, of course, being in winter, and the camellias are all starting to open up, which is beautiful. I love camellias nearly as much as I do dahlias, but yeah, I just love when they're all budding and you can see them all opening up here on that lovely green background. So something a bit different to show you. Now I'm in the midst of making a few more things to put into my June Makes episode, but before I finish those and get that filmed, I wanted to show you guys a few dresses that have really caught my attention. And a lot of these are on my list to purchase and make because I absolutely love when I see a dress that can be made up in a viscose rayon because it's one of my favourite fabrics to sew with. So what I normally do is I make a little screenshot when I see a pattern that I like and I keep it in a little folder that, two must-make patterns that I know are going to work really well for my wardrobe. And then when I see a pattern that I love, I always look at the pattern designer's web page to see if there's any other patterns that might be just as nice, and usually there are. I usually find if I like one of their dresses, I like most of them. So I don't know about you guys, but that's something I find that helps me find new patterns. And of course I love looking on the fold line too. That really helps me find if I've got a certain fabric, you can filter down your fabric whether you want sleeves or not sleeves, and that way you can filter down what you want, if you want an indie or big four, and that way it narrows down a nice field of dresses for you to look through, and that really helps me when I'm trying to find a dress. Now the first dress I'm going to talk about I've actually just purchased this morning. At the moment, she does have I think it's a 20% off deal for her subscribers. Go onto her webpage, and if you subscribe to her newsletter, you will see that there is a discount code there, and that is the patterns by Mason. Now, Mason is a pattern designer that is living in Melbourne. Now, I'm pretty sure she's Danish from what I've heard. She has got a few beautiful patterns out. The particular dress I'm talking about is the Dayo dress. I love this because I really want to make it in a viscose rayon. Now, talking about viscose, I've had a couple of people mention that they weren't sure rayon, whether it was the same as viscose or not. Now, viscose is exactly the same as rayon. Rayon is like the trademark name for the viscose fabric. So if you hear me talking about rayon, which we predominantly call that in Australia, we call viscose rayon. So, and the same thing goes for like things like Tencel, and that's like a trademark brand name. The same thing will go for things like spandex and lycra. They are actually trademark names as well of the actual fabric. So if you hear those names getting thrown around, and they can be different in most countries, that way you'll know that actually usually they're a trademark name or like a brand name. So viscose rayon is actually just a trademark brand name of viscose. So the Dayo dress, I absolutely love the puff sleeve detail. I love the shearing, which is really easy to do. If you haven't done before, you just need need to put your shearing elastic in your bottom bobbin. Have a little practice before you go, but it's not as intimidating as what you might think. It's quite easy to do. So I love the fact that there's not much to do with fitting and zips and buttons. It's all just shearing in the waist, giving that lovely defined waist, around the cuffs as well, which gives you that beautiful frilled hem. So really loving the Dayo dress. So I've purchased that. I'm ready to put the PDF together, and I've got a beautiful rayon there ready to sew that up. So we'll hopefully have that ready for you very shortly. And I love supporting new and upcoming designers, and also, especially being Australian, I love to support any Aussie designers as well. The next dress that's caught my eye is the Sissy dress by Homer and Howes. I really like how they've done almost sort of like the pleating instead of the gathering there, so it's a little bit more flattering. I prefer mine to be a bit flatter at the front because I find too much gathering of fabric isn't the most flattering thing on me. That's a personal thing for me. A lot of people love that, and I know with there's also the indigo pattern as well that's got quite a bit of gathering. I haven't made that yet because I'm a little bit concerned that too much gather isn't going to work for me, but I've seen it look brilliant on so many people, so I'm still in two minds whether to make it up or not. I feel that I just need that tad more shaping around the middle area, and that way I feel that bit of shape really defines me a bit more than having something that's too boxy. A Sissy dress will work really well in a heavier weight, almost like a drill or even a baby cord as well, but I would love to see that done in a tencel twill or a rayon. I think it would look beautiful in this dress too. So loving the neckline as well, just a nice simple looking dress. There's three more dresses I'm really keen to make. These are from Starlight Patterns, who is also another Aussie company. I love their patterns. I particularly love the look of the Hattie dress. I love the look of the Hattie dress with that beautiful wraparound waistline. I think that would work beautifully in a rayon that I've got in my stash. The other dress is an Adelaide dress that I think I have seen quite a few people make with that button front. It's a gorgeous fitted around the bust and that lovely drapey skirt. And my standout favourite at the moment on there I've been eyeing off for quite a while is the Catalina dress. Now, I love that puff sleeve detail and that lovely deep cuff with the button detail. I just think it's a stunning dress. I would love to see this made up in a tencel twill in a nice solid deep colour. I think it would work beautifully. And I also love that it's just like a tunic style with that beautiful shaped neckline. I just think you could do so much with this dress, and it would be a real staple to have in the wardrobe. Now, I don't know if you've seen the new Sew Over It dress, which is the Giselle dress. That's another one that can be made in rayon. It's actually a lovely simple style, quite a more of a fitted style with the split at the front, and it's got the princess seams down the front as well. That's a really lovely looking dress and very different from a lot of the dresses they have actually got out. And a lot of the vintage style dresses I know I've sort of kept away from for quite a while now, but this is one I would particularly like to see made up. Now, Forget Me Not Patterns, I know that Andrea from Beyond the Pink Doors made up one of their dresses, and it absolutely looks gorgeous on her. And that's the Valerie dress. I love this on her, and I've been eyeing this off for quite a while, especially with that beautiful piping around where the sleeves are. I would actually like to make that up in a long sleeve, but I'd also like to lengthen the skirt to be more of a midi length. So I think that's something you could quite possibly alter yourself, because I probably wouldn't wear that knee length version, but I really love that dress. I've been eyeing that off. Yeah, after seeing it on her, it looks beautiful. So that would be gorgeous to make up in a viscose. And they've actually got two other patterns that are really lovely as well, the Lola and the Adeline. Now, the Adeline is a beautiful wraparound front that I have seen a version done from Kira from Island Socialist. She's done a beautiful version of the top, and that's what alerted me to that pattern. I just think it's stunning with the sort of side pleat details around the front and back. It's beautiful shape. Yeah, it's like a wrap dress, but not a low cut gapey wrap dress. So they've got three really nice dresses there that I think would work beautifully in a viscose. Another new pattern designer, I have seen some beautiful dresses from her, and that's Camimade. I think Camimade is a French pattern label. I'm not quite sure, but I've seen two beautiful dresses. One is the Paulette dress, which is a beautiful keyhole front, Peter Pan collar, the lovely tie at the neck, and that gorgeous curved waistline that's got that beautiful gathered drapey skirt. It's just stunning on her. I just noticed that she's pregnant in one of her photos as well, so it's perfect for maternity as well, but perfect for non-maternity. I just think it's a beautiful style dress. That style is actually very unique. I haven't seen that open keyhole neck with the Peter Pan collar around for quite some time. I know that the Sudley dress from Megan Nielsen's got that beautiful keyhole front, and that's always attracted me to that style as well. But very keen to make the collet dress because I love the fact that you can make it in quite a lot of more structured fabrics, or the rayon viscose itself as well, and in a print or plain would work beautifully. Now I just realized I haven't been letting you know the sizes, so I will go through the sizes as well at the end. If you want to hang around till the end of the video, I will let you know the sizes each one comes in, so it saves you looking them up. So definitely love the look of the collet by Camimade. I think that the fabric she's done it in is just stand out, and that's what really made me look at it first, because of course when you see a gorgeous print fabric, it can be what attracts you to the style. But I love it when you see the line drawings as well, and you can see the little button detail and sort of that boxy shaped top. But when you've got that tie that ties back at the waistline, it always lets you get away with a bit more, and also leaves out having to do a lot of the zips and buttons and closures. Another dress I've fallen in love with today that I've just seen and I know would work beautiful in a stunning bold color rayon viscose would be the Tessa Russa Vera dress. First thing that I thought was what beautiful lines the dress had. Simple, classic, with that lovely puffed, elegant sleeve just to the elbow. Really gorgeous shaping in at the waistline, and that lovely A-line skirt. And be quite easy to lengthen that skirt as well. But gee, it looks beautiful on the model. So very, very interested to try that one. And I've just had a look at her website as well. There's a couple of really pretty dresses. Another one is a knit dress that looks just very simple and elegant. I love it when you find a good, simple pattern that you know you could really work with. You could try different fabrics out and see what works for you. And another one I think would work perfectly as well, just a basic style v-neck dress with that tie in the waist, would be the Fiber Mood Violet dress. And that to me would work lovely in also either a print or a plain bold colour. And having that little tie at the waist helps you to sort of shape it in a bit. But yeah, there are a few different ideas that I think would work really well for viscose fabrics. If you've got any of those in your stash and you're not knowing what to do with them, there's a few little ideas, and these are all on my list to be purchased, because I know that if I don't purchase things or put them in a folder to buy, I will forget about them, and then I'll be really kicking myself later on thinking, that dress I saw, what was it? And you can never find things later on. It's really hard if you've seen that image and nothing will compare to it. Nothing will haunt you more than a pattern that you didn't screenshot. The same thing goes with a fabric that you didn't buy that will haunt you forever. So I'm going to go through the sizes. If you can bear with me, I will let you know. The Dayo dress by Mason is in extra small to XXL. Homer and Howe's Sissy dress is in a size 6 to 24. The three Starlight dresses I mentioned, the Hattie, the Adeline and the Catalina dress, all come in size 6 to 30. The Sew Over It Giselle dress comes in a size 6 to 30. The Forget Me Not dresses, the Adeline, the Lola and the Valerie dress. The Camimade Paulette and Colette come in a size 6 to 20. The Tessa Russa Vera dress comes in a size 32 to 52, and Fiber Mood patterns come in a size 0 to size 28. So hopefully that has inspired you to look through your stash, see what you've got there. Always good to use for a mock-up version, some lightweight fabric that you've got hanging around if you want to do a bit of a muslin. And speaking of Kira from Island Socials, who made that beautiful Adeline top, I actually had to laugh at her. She did a story on her Instagram of a shirt she made for her husband, and she'd made of muslin, and of course she'd use all of her scrap pieces put together to just make a mock-up version, of course, and made the shirt. It come up beautifully, but of course it had patches of all different kinds of fabric. And she said she had to stop her husband from wearing it outside because he would have just walked out into the street with it if she hadn't have stopped him. So I just think it's great if you can use up all your scraps of fabric to make up test run versions. If you want to get sizing right and you haven't used different pattern companies before, it's a fantastic way of getting that fit right before you go and cut into your beautiful fabric. I hope you've enjoyed that today, and I hope it's given you some inspiration, because I am really missing our lovely summertime weather, and I'm dreaming about dresses to make without having anywhere to wear them. But we've got to have hope for the future. We've got to really put our faith in knowing that we will get someone to wear these dresses eventually. And having made a wardrobe all year that we've put all this work into, we need someone to show it off to. Thanks for watching today. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that little notification bell and you'll be alerted to any new episodes I have coming out. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed that today as well. That helps other people find my channel. And take care, everybody. We will see you very soon for a new episode. Bye for now.